welcome back to my channel. As you might be able to tell, I have literally just woken up. It's a Saturday morning and I thought we could spend a cozy weekend together. You know I love my cozy vlogs. I'm thinking, honestly, I have next to no plans this whole weekend. I've got like one little outing to make each day, the best kind of outings honestly, but you'll have to wait and see to see what they are. Don't skip ahead. But ultimately it's the last weekend of January, which can I just say is crazy to me. I can't believe that we're pretty much through the month, because honestly it's a cliche, isn't it, that January will just drag and drag and drag and drag and it feels like it lasts forever. This year January has disappeared and I feel like I'm hoping that that's a good thing for me. I'm not sitting around waiting for things, you know, it's so easy to just sit and beg for summer to come around the corner, but I feel like I've done really well at romanticising all the little bits and bobs of winter, which has made it so much more enjoyable to just be a part of and to just watch the world kind of go by and not be wishing for more, if that makes sense. I feel like the mood board definitely worked, which is kind of what I want to mention now. So it's the last weekend in January, and my mood board that I made, which you would have seen in my reset video for 2025, there was just a lot of cozy hobbies that I wanted to do to keep me occupied and to keep me romanticising this time of the year where you're kind of just hermiting, you're not going outside much, the weather's not great. So I reckon in this video we're going to tick quite a lot of cozy hobbies off of the list, because I am so involved in many hobbies right now. I'm loving my reading, obviously. I'm loving gaming. I've been doing some puzzles still. I've been scrapbooking. I've been book journaling. So there's just so much keeping me busy and occupied this winter. But yeah, so I'm having a very lazy morning this morning and we are going out later for some breakfast. So I'm pretty much just going to lounge around here for a little bit, maybe get a couple of little jobs done, such as the washing I believe you can see in the background, and maybe a tiny bit of reading before we leave, because I'm currently reading Onyx and I am sat. Been sat enjoying the sun that was being projected onto my sofa, and I've just been reading. And this isn't a reading vlog obviously, but I have been reading Onyx and I'm pretty much now at the halfway point. So I thought while I'm here I would just chat to you guys about how I'm finding it. I am having such a good time. I enjoyed Fourth Wing. It was never a 5-star read for me. I gave it I think a 4 or a 4.5. And then Iron Flame was a big disappointment for me. It was just way too slow. The pacing was off. The ending kind of ate, but that was pretty much it for me. So going into Onyx, I didn't really know what to expect, how I was going to feel about it. And the very first few chapters I was still a bit like, I mean, it was action packed, but I don't know, I still wasn't sure how I was going to go and how I was going to find it. But as soon as I got to, I want to say like the 100-page mark, I was like, oh no, I have got a good feeling about this book, and I have not been disappointed. And now on page like 240, and the thing that I just read is insane. I really sit and think about it, and I think of how much I adore Violet and Xaden as a couple, but more so just as individuals. And there's not many characters I feel like I can put on that same pedestal as I have on them two. Like, they're just written so well. Their chemistry together is fantastic, but also, as I say, as individuals, they're so empowering. Like the chapters that I just read with Violet were insane. Like, what a queen. There's a chapter in this book
which obviously I won't go into detail, I'm not going to spoil it, but I said on my Goodreads a particular chapter or two were really reminding me of Order of the Phoenix, and I'm hoping if you kind of know, then you know what I mean. Seeing Xaden in that light was pretty incredible. It's really good so far. I'm having the best time, and honestly all I do want to do is binge it. I'm very glad that I'm finally at the halfway point. There's something about these books that just feel like they take so long to get through, because I think this is only like 540 pages or something, which actually isn't that much. It just feels like it takes so long to read. But yeah, I'm eating this up and I've got a really good feeling about this book. Also, I haven't been reading it in this video, but another book that I have been reading recently that I thought I would just mention. I gave it a break purely so I could start Onyx Storm, but I was also reading The Long Way Home by Magnolia Park. And as you can see, I got pretty far through. I don't have much left. I want to say just under 200 pages maybe. I'm loving this as well. Am I loving it as much as the first one? Don't know. I'm still having a really great time with it, but I just feel like there's a very clear formula with Magnolia and BJ and how nothing ever goes right for them in their relationship. There's always something that keeps them at each other's throats, and this is like a 600-page book, so am I getting a tiny, just a tiny bit bored of that formula? I don't know, maybe, but at the same time, like, I'm living for the toxicity. I love the drama, so it's not making me that mad, but I guess I'm kind of waiting for something to blow me away a little bit more maybe. But I mean, it's still emotionally destroying me, so you know, rest assured that I'm still incredibly connected to this book and the characters and the story. I mean, the punch that this packed at the beginning literally floored me, and I was sitting in a cafe having a coffee thinking nothing of it, chilled Sunday morning, and I'm literally reading it and I'm thinking, bro, how am I meant to act normal in public right now? But yeah, so that's a little mini reading update for you in case you were interested. Sun is pretty much on its way to setting, so it's time to kind of unwind, if I will, for the evening, although it's been the most chill day ever. The breakfast that we had this morning was amazing. It's at a local to me called The Hub, and we've known about it since we've been here. We've lived here now for 3 years, and I just always saw pictures and was like, I really want to go there, but we never did. And we went there recently for a roast dinner. That was insane. So we decided to go for breakfast. Also incredible, and they have so many fun themed nights and a lot of great items on their menu for like breakfast and lunch. So we definitely need to go there more often, considering it's pretty much a 5-minute drive from where I live. I think I'm probably just going to carry on reading for a little bit actually, because I'm quite enjoying my spot here. I'm just feeling very zen right now.
Okay guys, so it's much later than when I last spoke to you, and I have pretty much just been rotting like I planned. I've read a lot more of Onyx Storm. We're over the halfway mark now for sure, but it's time to plug that for today, I think, and hopefully I will end up binging probably a lot more in my spare time tomorrow. However, it's now the evening, and one thing I haven't done yet this weekend, which is something I've been doing pretty consistently over my weekends since the year began, is finding time to do some gaming. I am a massive girl. I just can't bring myself to say gamer girl. I've always loved gaming from literally the youngest age, and I think that came from growing up with my older brother, and he loved to game as well, and I just kind of followed suit. So we used to play together a lot, and then I kind of developed my own tastes for gaming. So big up the girlies who were around in the Toontown days. I was a Toontown girl through and through, and I devoted my freaking childhood life to that game. And even still today, I do have Toontown rewritten on my laptop, and every now and then I'll delve into that. I've used to play that. I spent a big chunk of my life as well in my adolescence playing World of Warcraft, and honestly, in a parallel universe, if I didn't have to work, I think I could dedicate a lot of my life to World of Warcraft. I loved that game, and I honestly still really do. I haven't played it now for a couple of years, purely because the amount of effort you've got to put into that game to like be, you know, elite is just way out of my reach. But yes, I still love to game regularly, and at the moment these days it tends to be a lot more cozy gaming. I loved Animal Crossing, also love playing Dreamlight Valley. I often have phases of that at the moment as well, where I love to put a lot of hours into it. And also Hogwarts Legacy, which I started playing on the PlayStation when it first came out, Ben's PlayStation. He's an avid gamer himself, so I don't often get time to do it myself. So when it came out on Switch, I decided to take the plunge
Is it as good on the Switch? No. But does it mean I get to play the game in its full? Yes. So that's what I've been doing, and this evening I was toying between playing Hogwarts Legacy or also doing some gaming with Ben, as we also love to game together. And if you're in a relationship or you've just got like friends or family, anyone who likes to game and you quite enjoy it too, I could not recommend co-op games enough, and there are so many good ones out there. Our favourites have definitely been It Takes Two, which we loved, and I believe they're bringing out a new one soon, and it's actually low-key bookish, so I'm definitely going to be talking about that on my channel once that comes out. We also love playing Overcooked together, so chaotic but so much fun. Moving Out, basically the same concept, but instead of cooking, you're moving boxes out of houses. And we've also recently been playing Kiwi, which is another like fun co-op game based in a post office, and I can't remember what it's called, but basically like a escape room game, so you can play as two people. It's a 2-player and you have to basically escape a bunch of rooms like you would in a real life escape room. Benny is actually occupied this evening, so I'm just going to sit by myself for an hour or two and play a bit of Hogwarts Legacy, and it's one of my favourite things to do of an evening. Really enjoying it. I'm definitely not a pro, but Harry Potter literally has my entire heart, and there's nothing that makes me happier than spending an evening in Hogwarts, in the wizarding world, and just getting immersed in something for a couple of hours, you know? It's just as good as reading, in my opinion. So that's probably how I'm going to spend the rest of my evening, and I hope you enjoy some questionable clips probably of me playing the game this evening. First of all though, we definitely need a beverage. And the beverage of choice this evening, I think, has to be a chocolate Baileys. Oh, and I forgot to put ice in it. Gorgina Bambina.
You not change the settings at all? Is there no like graphical settings?
Nuh-uh.
Oh my god.
To be fair, I forget about it, and then every now and then I'll watch a video of like a comparison, and it does hurt my heart a little bit.
It literally looks like a game from PS1. It's not even like PS2 or PS3. It looks like a PS1 game.
No, it doesn't. Good morning guys. I just had the best gym experience ever. My gym offers virtual classes sometimes, just in random spots I guess, where there's no instructors available or whatever. And I was meant to go to a class yesterday morning, and then plans changed and ended up going. So I booked the virtual version for this morning. Granted, they kind of forgot it was a thing. I had to go down a reception and be like, guys, what's going on? But oh my gosh, I was the only one in the whole studio. So I literally had the whole thing to myself, and it was just incredible. It gave me a taste of what it'd be like to be rich and like have my own freaking studio and like subscription services, and to just do, oh guys, it was really good. I'm gonna definitely see if I can do a few more virtual classes here and there, because they're normally at like really awkward times, because that's why there's no instructors. I feel really refreshed. I needed that. Body balance is one of my favorite types of exercises. It makes me feel like really physically good after all the stretching, and some of the sequences do get you working up a bit of a sweat, but yeah, it also just really calms and grounds me. So glad I decided to do that today. Now I'm on my way to book club. It starts in like about half an hour, so I'm just gonna drive down, get parked up, get myself comfy, and wait for the girlies to arrive. I don't think there's many of us today, unfortunately. I know a lot of the girls are busy, but we are discussing Intermezzo, which if you saw my reading Goodreads books reading vlog, then all of my in-depth thoughts are there if you are interested. But I'm intrigued to see what the girlies thought. I think it's going to be quite an interesting discussion for sure.
I think it was literally like the third double spread in, and there was just no breaks at all, and I was like, huh, okay.
Yeah, I've just searched as to why she doesn't use punctuation.
She hates life.
Third person, because it was third person, you weren't in their mind.
Yeah, that's true.
If it was
You never knew what was being thought and what was being
Said.
said when
Yeah.
that stopped.
It's the whole point of book club.
Yeah.
Find what you like, find what you don't.
Right, Charlotte, first of all, I'm at 92% and my heart is broken.
What? Oh, geez, don't go too far.
I'm not going to go too far, but
Spoiler free.
it's spoiler free.
I saw someone crying and I'm scared.
I have cried once.
That noise.
Yeah, I will message you.
So we are back from book club. Best time ever, as always. Literally the best time of the month. It never gets old for me. As expected, Intermezzo wasn't very popular with the girls this month, which I kind of saw it coming. I think only 3 of us actually finished it. The rest just DNF'd, couldn't get through it, which fair game. I can totally understand that. And we picked our book for next month, which is going to be Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. And I have never read a Christina Lauren before. I know, sue me, actually sue me. I don't know how I haven't, but I do really want to, and this is the perfect opportunity to read one of her books. I've actually even got one on my shelves. I think I've got The Unhoneymooners, and I'm really dying to read Love Novel Words, but yeah, so I'm finally going to dip my toes into Christina Lauren, which I'm super excited for. And Something Wilder actually sounds really interesting. I know it involves a romance, obviously, it's Christina Lauren, but it also involves, I think, like island hopping, and they're looking for like treasure or something. Like, it sounds like a full-on adventure romance film, and I'm here for it. Anyway, I've come back from book club. As you saw, I went to get some food shopping, and I also picked up a new book, The Baby Dragon Cafe, which just sounded absolutely adorable. I actually went into Tesco's to see if they had Beg, Borrow or Steal by Sarah Adams, because I heard they did, but I didn't find it in there. But I found that, and that was on Club Card, and I thought, that sounds freaking adorable. I loved Legends and Lattes. I'm very much in my dragon era right now as I'm reading Onyx Storm, and I thought, do you know what? I've done high stakes dragons. Kind of feel I'm going to be in the mood for low stake cozy dragons after I finished Onyx Storm. So, but for now, I think I need to do some dinner because I'm actually really hungry, and all I've eaten pretty much all day is the toast that you guys saw, and I had a cake at book club, and I think that's kind of it. So that's not great. So I'm gonna make a vegetable yakisoba. I got the recipe from Tesco. It looks a little something like this. And yeah, that is the plan for this evening. And then I don't know, I really want to do more cozy hobbies in this video, but I just kind of haven't been in the mood for them. The main one being puzzle. I really do want to get into my puzzle, but I think where I'm reading Onyx Storm, and I'm just so into that at the moment, and I don't have access to the audiobook. Also, I feel like I would rather just sit and read it, because I do have a tendency sometimes to switch off when I'm listening to audiobooks, and I don't want to hinder my reading experience at all. I think after dinner I probably will just do more reading. I might play a bit more Hogwarts Legacy. I had a lot of fun with that last night. And coming out really soon, in literally like 4 days, is Hello Kitty Island Adventure, which I'm very excited for, and I will definitely be playing that on the Switch when it comes out. Definitely time for dinner, because there is a rumble in the jungle going on.